Covenant fam. Long time no see. Long time no see. I am currently here in chat at the home terminal, kind of doing my walk around. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh, snap. I'm able to flip the camera while I'm live now. Say what? So, just thought I would show y'all. I am over where the trailers go. Majority of these are empty. Empty. So, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me now. Once some folks get in here, if they choose to get in here. I know it's been a minute, y'all. I really am doing this live though because my phone is tripping again. Of course, my regulars, the ones that were already here with me from the get-go, from the gate, they know that I struggle with cell phone space and all that good stuff. And it's telling me yet again I have no space on my phone, so I can't do pre-recorded videos right now, right this second. So I figure it out, clear out this space and all this other stuff. Ooh, that was kind of close. Anyway, so some things. I definitely have been MIA, and I promise y'all, I'm trying to find my way to get back to y'all because I know it's so much that needs to be talked about, needs to be shown, and things like that. And I haven't been able to get around to doing it, and I know I'm kind of letting y'all down a little bit, unfortunately. And I don't want it to be like that. I really don't. Another thing is, on one of my previous videos on either this channel or the last channel I had, I want to say it was the last channel that I had, one of the videos that I had was about appearance, right? I talked about how important it was for the way that we look when we deal with customers. Now, normally Covenant wouldn't care about, stuff like that. Like, you wear what you wear, you drive the truck, you do what's asked of you, and then, you move on to the next load. But as a company, at some point you want to make sure that your employees, your drivers, are presentable to your customers, because your customer will judge you based off of your appearance. Believe it or not, first impressions are everything. And when they take one look at you, they already made up their mind about how Covenant conducts themselves because of how the driver looks and how the driver conducts themselves. So you have to think of it as like we are the face of Covenant. I mean, if you look at our equipment, what do you see? Covenant trademark, right? You see the scroll, you see the name of the company, but you can't put that to a face. So what do? When they see you and they see your face and you're coming in with a load that they have paid Covenant to run, right? You are Covenant. You are the face of Covenant. So the fact that you come in and you in basketball shorts, flip-flops, dirty socks. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. That's all I know how to do, right? I can be honest. And you have, what do you say? Holy shirts that have bleach stains on them, things like that. Like, who wants to look at that and think, oh yeah, they're a professional. That company is professional. They hire good, safe, awesome, friendly drivers. No, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, man, that person looks like they haven't showered in days. That company will just throw anybody in the seat. And that's not true here, right? I mean, we like to think that we screen our drivers pretty well, know that our drivers can drive. Things happen, of course, traffic, weather, stuff like that. So unforeseen things, okay, we get it. But other stuff to where you're just being careless and sloppy, I wouldn't say that those are covenant drivers. I can name a few companies that that we could say that those drivers are kind of sloppy and careless and so on and so forth. But um, I wanted to make it a point to let you guys know that we're trying to move in a direction to where you're presentable. You all showered up. You're all nice shirt. And it could be just a regular cotton t-shirt. It doesn't have to be a collared shirt or anything like that. Depends on how professional level you want to look. The point is that you are clean, clean shaven. If you have hair, it needs to be, done nice, pulled back, or, if you got short hair, you wear it down on your shoulders, and that's male or female. I've seen some males with long hair, so on and so forth. So that I think at this point in time, gender roles are kind of non-existent and bendable there, right? So, if you know that feeling you get when you just worked so freaking hard and you just feel like you're covered in all kinds of dirt and dust and grime, and that point where you're like, I really, really need to take a shower. Yeah, if you get to that point, that might be a bit too far, but that feeling you get once you've reached that point of, oh man, I need to take a shower. Then you shower and you just feel so much happier. You feel lighter. You feel like you're really about to, be stunting. And you got, your nice outfit on, and you got your tennis shoes. It's like, we're looking for them kind of, dress days. And, just presentable, guys. Just be presentable, because we want to make sure that our customers are happy with us. You don't want to walk into line haul and, they holding their fingers to their nose because they can smell you. It's embarrassing, and they're not going to tell you. Trust and believe, they're not going to tell you. Nobody is going to tell you anything, as far as that. So you don't want to have that reputation, that bad impression, not only for yourself, but for the company. Because what do people do? They lump certain people, situations, and companies together. They start doing the comparison thing, and, oh, this company is like this, reminds me of this or that. Oh, this person is just like that person, just rude and nasty. Like, you want to make sure that you are on top of it, so that way if our customers are happy, then that means that they keep coming back for us to run loads for them. Um, and that's the ultimate goal. That's how we get paid, is by running loads. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair a lot. I didn't think this hairstyle through when I was doing my hair when I got out of the shower today. Which is why we kind of on this topic here. And also, I had a discussion with some of the in-house people here at the terminal, and it's some stuff that's been circulating around, and we're going to be moving in a different direction, and hopefully drivers will be on board. I don't know what kind of stuff they're going to do if drivers aren't really working with the whole appearance thing, but just know that we are striving as a company to look presentable. Now, they're not going as far as uniforms or anything like that. I think that would be cool because I'd have something to wear every day and not have to worry about picking out outfits. I could just slacks, Covenant t-shirt, and keep it pushing. But I don't think they're going to do that. They're not going to go as far as telling you what to wear, as long as, like I said, no bleach stains, no holes, no tears, no you know basketball shorts, flip-flops, Crocs. Those. I've never liked Crocs. I was never one for those. I hear they're super comfortable, but I wasn't one for those kind of shoes. Um, and you represent your company. I mean, Walmart, their drivers have the Walmart shirt, the collared button down. They've got patches on their shirts, for however long they've been working for Walmart. Some of them have the Walmart DC that they're based out of. They have different patches on their shirts. Who else dresses? Saya, their company has matching, not matching, uniform shirts and work boots. They give their drivers an allowance for that kind of stuff. Um, R&L, Estes, they all have uniforms. They have collared shirts that have the company name on there and all that other stuff. So maybe we could take a vote. Maybe Covenant drivers could take a vote. Do you want to have, said uniform? Do you want to be able to wear whatever you want and freestyle your look, but yet still look professional? Something like that. Maybe I should do a poll and take votes and leave the poll open for any and everybody to vote on it. We'll see about that. I got my wheels turning now. Also, some other things. Equipment, you guys. Equipment. There's a lot of times that drivers are dropping trailers that need work done on them. They need tires. They need electrical work. They need ABS brakes, ABS lights. Airlines. I've picked up a trailer that, brake chamber is busted. You can hear it, psss, all the air coming out of that brake chamber because, it's busted. It's got a hole in it or something or whichever, and nobody reported it. You don't always have to sit with a trailer. I mean, if you're at a customer and you're trying to pick it up and it's loaded, then obviously you have to wait. But if you're going and you're picking up an empty and you find it like that, call it in to break down, let them know, hey, I was supposed to pull this empty. I found it like this. And I'm getting ready to leave, but this is the trailer number, and I'm just reporting it. It has nothing to do with me. And they will tag it in the system. They will send somebody out to fix it, and then it won't be a problem. But if you guys just keep, oh, I'm not gonna deal with this, I'm gonna leave it for the next driver, then that's not fair. Now you're digging into their pockets, and eventually it's gonna swing back around, and it's gonna happen to you, and somebody's gonna do that to you unknowingly. It's just gonna be random, and you're gonna end up being stuck, missing out on miles because you're stuck trying to get that trailer fixed. So equipment is very, very, very important, because that's how we do our job, you guys. That's how we do what we need to do out here to make money for our families. Like, this is a team thing. You might think that, oh, I'm in my truck and it's only me and my co-driver. No, it's you, your co-driver, your other fellow drivers that also work for the company. It's the company itself. The more money you save a company, I think it would make more sense if you guys understood that whatever the company has to put out takes from one thing or another, and it has to be put somewhere else. If you want raises and you want bonuses and you want, driver appreciation stuff, and you want the company to do all this stuff for you, what are you going to do for the company in return? Not just running loads. You're not taking care of the equipment. You're breaking stuff. Like, you guys got to understand that that's quid pro quo, right? That's one hand washes the other. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That type of thing. That's where all that stuff comes from. That's where all of it stems from, is because we need each other. The company needs us, we need them. There is, we are a dime a dozen, just like companies are a dime a dozen. So if we're easily, expendable, so are they. There are tons of companies out there that'll take you as long as you don't have a bad, track record, this, and that, or whatever. Just like companies will drop you in a hot second, and they'll, get another driver and put them in the seat, for them, put them in a truck. So it's an even playing field. So don't you think that once you find a company that you like, or that you don't really have any issues with, you'll do what you can to make sure that you have a good business relationship there? Why would you not want to help out in the way that you can to make sure that you're secured? It's job security. You take care of them, they'll take care of you, right? Now, granted, it doesn't happen like that all the time, but majority of the time, that's how it works. There's some companies that they can't stay afloat and they got to close their doors. They go bankrupt, and things like that. But they should still be in communication with their drivers. I don't think that's fair. Like when Celadon went under, I don't think their drivers were aware that they were going under. They literally kept that from them all the way up until the moment to where they shut their doors and was like, after that load, you guys are all laid off. Like, I think that was really messed up of them to do. Like, really messed up of them to do. But anyway, there's a lot, guys, that goes into this business, this industry, and it takes a lot to keep these things afloat, to keep, these trailers in good conditions, to keep the trucks in good conditions, to keep you guys paid, customers, and dealing with customers and the relationships there. Because if we're losing customers, then we're losing loads, we're losing lanes, and that's not good. So you always want to go into your customer, into line haul. So when I say customer, it's line haul, where you pick up your bills, where you drop off your bills. You want to look presentable. You want to have a smile on your face. You want to talk to them. How's your day? How are things going? Doing all right? Let them tell you. Oh yeah, I'm doing great. How about yourself? Having a conversation is not that hard. I'm almost positive that people are forgetting how to do that. Um, but we can gain it back. We can definitely gain it back. But customer service, our customers should be our number one priority because that is how we make money. Um, it's just, it's a lot that goes into this, you guys, and it's not as clear cut and dry as, okay, give me a truck, give me this load, I'm gonna run it over here, drop it off, and then just go to the next spot. You can do that, but having a really bad attitude and not enjoying what you do and being out here, it will show eventually. And granted, I understand that there are some places that you probably go and you got a smile on your face and you're doing great and you're walking in and hey, how's it going? And then line haul has an attitude. Whew, I've had my share of those. And I'm still respectful. I'm nice and everything. Let them talk to me condescending and all that other stuff. And my mood will change just with that person. Okay? And then I will go back to my truck and I will let Covenant know. Said customer, blah, 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 very rude, snatched the papers from my hand, didn't want to speak hardly, then that's a Covenant problem. So Covenant will end up reaching out to that customer and telling them, hey, my driver came in and you were completely rude, like, this is a partnership, yada yada. However they decide to handle the situation without ruffling any feathers is what in-house is for. That is what your fleet managers are for. That is what your customer service representatives are for, your CSRs, the supervisors. That is what they do. They're meant to buffer any kind of friction between you and said customer. Um, we are moving to bigger and better things, guys. We are dealing with a lot more uh I don't want to say open areas, but some things that we didn't used to deal with. So now we moved from endorsements being optional and hazmat being like literally the only like optional requirements. um and now all endorsements are required is what Covenant is pushing for now because they have some things in store and they would like all of our drivers to not have any restrictions on them. Um, I'm not talking about like auto restrict or anything like that. I'm talking about not having any endorsements. They don't want to have to weed through drivers saying, okay, this truck is hazmat, this truck is not hazmat, this truck only one driver's hazmat, this truck, okay, one driver has all endorsements, the other driver or co-driver only has two endorsements. Like, they don't want to go through that anymore. I don't blame them, as well as the customer doesn't want to go through that anymore. The customer was having to break down trailers. Okay, this trailer can't have hazmat because we need to have one non-hazmat load for a non-hazmat Covenant team to come in, and this load can have a little bit of hazmat but not this hazmat, or we can't put this type of hazmat because the totes are considered tanker. So those clear totes with the metal fence around the plastic tote is considered, you know, you have to have a tanker's endorsement for it because it's liquid. It still sloshes back and forth as if you were driving a tanker trailer. So um, it was difficult for the customer, and the customer, when freight is light, they're not able to fully fill trailers because they have to separate it and make sure that they can fill two trailers with the little bitty freight that they had. So it was starting to become a problem. So now that we realize that freight is starting to pick up a little bit more, Covenant is like, hey, to combat all this, and this can't have that, this driver don't have that, to get rid of all the issues, they have they have made it a point to have Covenant just go ahead and have all drivers get endorsement, right? So that way, any driver can go in for those loads and pick up whatever trailer they have that they filled, and it won't be a problem, right? Because you're endorsed, your co-driver's endorsed, like everybody's endorsed, right? And it doesn't matter if it's got a tote on it. It doesn't matter if it's got. It doesn't matter if it's got placarded hazmat. Doesn't matter if it has, you know, chlorine on it. Whatever. So it's not a restriction. It's not like, okay, we got to make sure that this driver has this and this driver has, so yada yada yada. I've said that plenty of times. So now Covenant wants all their drivers to be endorsed across the board. Doesn't matter. Either come in with all your endorsements, or at least get your endorsement started. So by the time you get here, you will be able to pull whatever load we got coming to you, right? You're going to be able to pull anything and everything that we have without any issue, right? Okay. So that's one thing that's new and different that they're moving towards and already started to implement. Same thing with the TWIC card. Now, TWIC is still definitely optional, but we are at a point to where we want to start expanding our customer base. We want to be able to reach out to other companies and start possibly pulling containers and going into ports and all that other stuff. So Covenant wants to offer more lanes and more experience with different stuff. We do a lot of power drive stuff, which means that we're in our tractor hauling their equipment. So like it'll be like their trailer. So, you know, you might see a Covenant tractor pulling a FedEx trailer. You might see a Covenant tractor pulling an Estes trailer. Those are called power drive, right? So we're going to start moving toward doing different power drive accounts. So you might start seeing Covenant tractors pulling different types of trailers and things like that. So I've always told you guys to be prepared for anything. You always want to be able to get your endorsements. You always want to be able to not have as many restrictions on you, so you can say, yep, I could take that. So that way when Covenant offers it to you, like, hey, can you do this? Yep, catch them keys. Hey, can you go over here and do that? Yep, toss me them keys. You know, you don't want to be able to be like, oh no, I can't do that. Oh darn, I was gonna do this, but I can't. You know, stuff like that. Always make sure that your passport is up to date. Now, see, I don't have a TWIC card, and I don't have a passport. And I know what some of y'all are thinking. Well, how you gonna tell me to get mine and you ain't even got yours? Okay, listen, because before it wasn't a requirement. So I'm just trying to put y'all up on game so y'all could already be ahead of everyone else and get a head start, right? So that way, while those are still flipping around trying to figure out like, oh, how can I get back home to get this, to get that, or whatever, you already have it coming in. So that way, when they're ready and they have those customers set, you could be like, yep, I'm ready. Give me them keys. Toss me them keys. Toss me them keys. Hey. So you want to be able to be ready, right? So that includes passport. Now, Covenant hasn't said nothing about no dang on passports. They haven't, they don't have no customers or nothing like that. This is me talking, and I'm telling you that I have seen before when I first started that some drivers were going into Canada. I don't know if they're still going to be doing that because of the whole like COVID thing and all that stuff, and everybody was closing their borders, blah blah blah. But you know, there were drivers that were going into Canada and Mexico. I want to say some of our drivers have gone into Mexico before. So if freight is picking up and we're trying to expand, find more customers and things like that, um, then that I would say that it would be wise to get your passport. Sorry, I'm trying to process as I'm talking, and this sun is getting on my nerves because it's like messing with my shot. Let me come on the other side of this trailer. Um, so I would say go ahead and get your passport so that way, just in case stuff starts to open up again and things are starting to go back to pre-COVID, to where we are sharing freight with other countries and things like that, we will be ready. So you guys will have your passports, it's up to date, all this stuff. So when Covenant does happen to send that message across and hey, who's got their passport? Who would like to go into Canada? And he'd be like, right here, player, so that you can get them stamps on that passport, right? And you can get your experience going across, country lines and things like that. So all I'm saying is you want to be prepared for whatever you can be. It's just better to do it that way than to be scrounging around trying to do it last minute and run around and like, oh, I gotta go over here, I gotta go over there, or I gotta make an appointment, or they don't have nothing for like 6 months out, because then you're gonna be the one missing out when the loads is ready and good to go. So just thought I would let y'all know that. And if there's anything else, I will definitely let y'all know. But I pretty much said a mouthful, enough for you guys to chew and marinate on. And if you have any questions, yeah, let me know. This video is going to take about 24 hours before it posts, right? So it'll be available tomorrow because I'm filming it today. But if you're watching this, then that means that it's ready today. I know that sounds confusing, but anyway, point is, I said what I needed to say. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day on this lovely Thursday. And I look forward to your guys' questions and your comments on Friday, and we could talk about it. You guys can ask me any questions. It doesn't have to be only pertaining to what I talked to, and doesn't have to be pertaining to what I talked about in this video only. It could be about anything. And I'm here for it. So yeah, definitely let me know. And I'm hoping to get started back on my recording journey and all that good stuff. So I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.